A major mining tragedy has struck Pakistan's western province of Balochistan, where at least 32 miners lost their lives after a powerful explosion ripped through an underground coal mine on the outskirts of Quetta. The devastating blast occurred yesterday and is believed to have been caused by a buildup of methane gas, one of the most dangerous hazards in the underground coal mining. Rescue teams have been working continuously in extremely difficult conditions, while officials fear the death toll could rise further as several miners remain trapped beneath the ground. And according to the government mine inspector Ghani Baloch, the explosion took place deep inside the coal mine after methane gas accumulated and ignited. Methane explosions are particularly deadly because they rapidly consume oxygen inside underground tunnels, making survival extremely difficult for anyone trapped. Officials said that rescue workers are proceeding with extreme caution due to the unstable condition of the mine and the risk of further explosions or cave-ins. Emergency teams initially recovered 7 bodies shortly after the blast, and as the rescue operations continued, another 25 bodies were pulled from the mine, taking the confirmed death toll to 32. Authorities believe that at least 10 miners are still trapped underground, and search operations are continuing despite fading hopes for finding survivors alive. Well, speaking about the rescue efforts, Mine Inspector Ghani Baloch said that the chances of survival after a methane gas explosion are very low because oxygen levels inside the mine dropped to nearly zero. He added that rescue personnel are carefully navigating the damaged tunnels in order to avoid triggering additional collapses while trying to reach all those still trapped. A large-scale rescue operation involving emergency response teams and provincial disaster management authorities remains underway. Officials have assured that the search will continue until every trapped miner has been located. However, rescuers are facing enormous challenges due to the toxic gases, poor visibility, unstable underground passages, and the constant danger of further accidents. Authorities have started handing over the bodies recovered from the mine to the victims' families for burial, and outside the mine, anxious relatives continue to wait for the updates, hoping for any sign that their loved ones may still be alive. The atmosphere at the site remains tense as rescue workers continue their painstaking efforts, and Balochistan's Minister for Mines and Minerals, Shoaib, expressed deep condolences to the families of all those who lost their lives. He announced that the provincial government would provide financial compensation of 500,000 Pakistani rupees, that is approximately $1,800 to the family of each deceased miner. He also praised the rescue teams for working under extremely hazardous conditions and assured that the government would conduct a thorough investigation into the incident. The provincial government has ordered an inquiry in order to determine the exact cause of the explosion and identify whether any safety violations contributed to the tragedy. Officials have also announced a review of existing mine safety regulations and operational procedures in an effort to prevent similar accidents in the near future. Meanwhile, the Pakistan Central Mines Labour Federation has alleged that negligence may have played a major role in the disaster, and the labour union has demanded strict action against all those responsible and called on the government in order to ensure rigorous enforcement of mining safety laws. And according to the Federation, many mining companies continue to ignore mandatory safety standards, placing workers' lives at constant risk. Coal mine accidents remain a recurring problem in Pakistan, particularly in Balochistan, where hundreds of mines operate with outdated infrastructure and inadequate safety systems. Labour organizations have repeatedly raised concerns over the lack of proper ventilation, insufficient methane gas monitoring equipment, and the absence of essential protective gear for miners. They argue that despite repeated warnings and previous fatal accidents, many mine operators continue to neglect basic safety requirements. And Balochistan, Pakistan's largest province by area, remains one of the country's least developed regions. Widespread poverty, unemployment, and limited job opportunities force thousands of workers to depend on coal mining for their livelihood, despite the dangerous working conditions and relatively low wages. And for many families, mining remains one of the few available sources of income, making workers vulnerable to life-threatening risk every day they enter the mines. And the latest tragedy has once again highlighted the urgent need for stronger safety enforcement across Pakistan's mining sector. And as rescue teams continue searching for the remaining trapped miners, the disaster has sparked renewed calls for accountability, stricter regulation, and improved working conditions in order to ensure that such devastating incidents do not continue to claim innocent lives. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.